Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another casted game. We're on the 1 vs 1 ranked quick search ladder, and we have a game between Osteo and Samby. Today, got a special guest joined on the mic by Mr. Mhongpa himself, Asian Harrison at his finest. How are you doing today, Mhongpa?
We're doing great now that I'm locked in with British Mhongpa.
British Mhongpa. Oh, no. You're Asian Harrison. You're. I'm Harrison, and you're just Asian Harrison. We'll leave it like that.
Okay, all right, yeah, well, yeah, but I'm excited to see this matchup. Samby, actually casted a game of his not too long ago, and it was a banger. So hopefully he does something funky with his unusual French builds and continues on with like that advanced market France kind of stuff. Also known for his USA Boston build, but yeah, we'll see.
Unfortunately, we have found the only map in the map pool with no natives on the map, so native play is going to be a bit restricted. He is going for the Market FF build with the Advanced Church. Mhongpa, have you seen this build at all? Because I can tell you exactly how it plays if you need to know.
Those old guard grenadiers, if you can get those in a really good timing, they are really scary because if you don't see it coming and you don't have enough heavy cav to deal with it, they'll just like one tap your TC and then they'll one tap your racks and your stable, and then everything is gone. Your villagers are getting blown up and getting blasted across the map. Looks like USA is picking up. Who is this Smurf? Do we know?
Oh, this is Osteoblast, Lionheart 30% win ratio. I don't know if it's a credit to Lion or credit to Osteo. It feels like a backhanded compliment to Lion. That is it like Osteo's only won 30% into Lionheart or something like that. I can't quite read it. It does seem a bit of a strange one.
I mean, we all know that Osteo is just Osteo. So if you're getting a shout out from him, you must be doing something right to piss him off. Because if you piss off the Mr. Osteo, that's impressive to do. But getting 100 food treasure, that's gonna be really nice.
Yes, he's going for his he's got his own deck called Troll Build Orders. He has Advanced Saloon as well, which is an interesting card to have in this deck. I'm expecting some sort of capitalism into Dutch immigrants and played from there. We'll see what he has up his sleeves a bit more in detail, but I don't think it's going to be any Chinese immigrants given the map that we've spawned on here. Samby as well, he's probably going to go for 3 CDB into advanced. Okay, he hasn't got advanced market, but he does have fur trade, which I know is another way of kind of playing for the French FI play.
It's an interesting one, particularly on this map if you're gonna convert all of your food to coin, kind of the hunt positioning. I feel like this might not be one of the better maps to do that build on, but Samby's locked in and he's gonna be hurting in with his other CDBs. I really like the capitalism bank for USA because even if you don't start with a trading post, since you basically paid to win and you age up with the XP crates, even if you send your bank shipment, you can go back to back and then you get your third shipment as soon as you age up because of those crates. And if you go with Pennsylvania, you can basically get a 10 villager trickle of coin that cannot be idled. It is so strong.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have kind of stayed on the capitalism into Dutch immigrants. It feels like Lions, the only real USA players, kind of staying with French immigrants in age one. You got to remember the XP on the bank completion as well. It's a bank wagon. Villagers are not building it, so that's extra things to consider. The extra economy and yield on the mine is something to not forget about as well. And it's just 700 resource bank plus villager upgrade for 300 coin. It feels like a no-brainer, especially if you get a lot of coin treasures in age one, and a bit of mining in transition should be pretty good.
And capitalism as well in age one, just transitioning you over. You get the bank so quickly. Like you get it at around a little bit slower, but like decent time in age one. And then as you can see, capitalism was trickling in. He's gonna get a house down, and then we're curious to see what he does for his military production building. Oh boy, look at that.
Well, you're getting the villager involved in on the polar bear getting killed. Makes sense though. So Kate takes the treasure, 100 wood, with his explorer still alive, and It's an interesting one actually. If you're going to lose Explorer, lose it to a Treasure Guardian in Age 1 or 2. So you can, when you buy it back, you don't actually pay your opponent 100 coin. You just kind of chuck 100 coin to Mother Nature and you get your Explorer back full HP. And it's not actually a tactical way to kind of buy back a 600 health on your Explorer. Just let it die somewhere and you can just respawn it home for quite a cheap cost actually. And you don't give your opponent all that freebie as well.
So he is doing that Pennsylvania build, and I think this is probably the strongest USA build, in my opinion. I mean, it also depends on your play style. Like, if you want a Skirm Goon, then this is definitely the way. But if you want a Musk Falk or Musk Napoleon Cannon kind of Gatling gun, then New Hampshire is going to be the age up with Virginia. But oh, he's interesting. He's actually making some Hussars here.
Yeah, I suppose you can kind of get away with an extra card before you age up. Maybe make Hussars, then 700 coin, then VGA instead of maybe like no units, straight into Virginia General Assembly, and then kind of go for the fast up age up there. Meeting House coming in, so we'll be getting that trickle. Minutemen will come out to try and snipe the French Explorer walking past Osteo's TC. That's nearly a freebie, and yeah, that's going to get dunked on. Goodbye, Villagers and TC. And thank you for playing. Osteo's saying to Samby as Explorer. Don't think Samby minds though. Just scouting out what his opponent was up to. Look at his line of sight. What does he see? Does he see the stable? He does see the stable.
Oh, he's preparing to send the conversion card because he's trying to make sure that he has enough CDBs food. He's going to cancel that so he has food left over for the age up.
Kind of feels like something like this would work really well with spice trade in it as well, just to kind of prolong the amount of food in the hunts, increase.
Yeah, and
the
plus you would have the extra
income.
shipment.
Well, you wouldn't need the extra shipment, so would you go for like a second trading post or maybe get a church down at some point? But this is going to be a huge amount of gold on the resource transfer, but it's awkward. Like, if you get that number correct, it's fantastic. If you're off by like 300 gold or you've got like randomly floating 800 gold and you haven't got a purpose for it, it's a little bit awkward. We don't really have any wood as well, so it's going to be a straight FF and try and deal with the fallout afterwards.
Loses a CDB there.
You would think somebody with this much food can afford greatcoats, but nope. Samby's like, I'm gonna try and do this on the cheap if I can get the greatcoats. Oh, where's the villager out here? It's going down.
Oh, but the Minutemen just. Oh yeah, no, the husk coming in. That was really nice.
That's 2 CDBs going down there.
Now, Harrison, I have to say, it would not be a Harrison stream on Age of Empires 3 if game number 1 we didn't have someone criticism about greatcoats, and you know, he's lost 3 vills for it, so definitely would have been worth spending 75 of that 2k food on greatcoats.
So you can see what
Minutemen won't be a problem with their negative multipliers, but more husk coming in.
It's you got to ignore the Minutemen exist, and you really should be trying to do some sort of melee end with the CDB, and then you know, just getting the rest of them in the town center. Shouldn't be losing any CDBs at this point. But you see, he's trying to kind of gather and like forget this pressure is incoming. It's interesting to note how he stockpiled food in queued resources and then unqueued the CDBs to recover that food cost to age up. So once all that food and stockpile transferred across, he actually could unspend that food and kind of get a nice amount of both food and gold. You can see how Samby's nearly got enough gold for the FI as well, but some of these CDBs are really low HP, might be forced into some Minutemen play at some point. Osteo, he's got Hamiltonian economics, so he's going to recover some costs from his market. He's going to get in some higher tier market techs behind. He's still massing Hussars, and another 4 come in. Looks like we've gone into super speedy Cyan mode, so we'll change it back down to maybe a normal speed. Another CDB has been scouted top side of the map, and I don't think Osteo just seen that, but you know, this build from Samby is there is no units. This is one of those you wouldn't see a pro player like, you know, Kaiser Klein attempt a build like this. Having no units to defend is a bit of an interesting one.
Definitely a curious build, and if we look at the villager count, I mean, add essentially 10 to
Mm,
Osteo's villager account with the trickles,
yeah.
bank. So it's quite interesting right now. And yeah, oh, he's bringing the CDB in just in time.
I think Samby realizes after losing 2 or 3, he can't afford any more and goes for a 5 goon pivot shipment, which is a kind of interesting idea, realizing that there's only one way to stop this Hussar continuous pressure, and that is to get some goons out. But I think Osteo's actually called it a day in terms of making more Hussars behind this, so will not be continuous play. Was the 5 goons an overreaction? Well, might have actually been. I don't blame Samby for sending it, but it certainly really hurt his momentum, his shipment. And speaking of momentum, I don't even see a church yet for Samby. He sent advanced church. He's hit. Oh, he's hitting the church. Oh, offshore praying.
Ooh.
Church of the coastline.
I'm glad you saw that. I did not see any red dots on that side of the map. I wasn't even looking there.
Mm.
But it looks like what has he spent that coin on? Because he had about
He,
1,200.
he's bought 2 clicks of wood. I assume
Yeah.
Osteo hasn't market abused. Bought another click of food
Yeah.
as well. So that's best part of 375. And
Yeah, fair enough.
which is, yeah, it's a lot of coin to be spending in this situation to not be aging up behind this. Is Samby just going to stay in H3? I don't really see the benefit of why you would do that.
So awkward now because he needs the coin he's gonna have to gather some coin during this period if he wants to hit the industrial, and then he's gonna need all the food for the grenadiers as well. Explorer getting picked up just to get farmed again feels bad, man.
Oh, just
Oh, maybe not.
Osteo is going to let that one go, but I think he realized the dragoons are on the way. And to be
Yeah.
fair, 45 XP for a explorer kill isn't actually that much, but there's no units hit to kind of defend these villagers. They are just regular villagers, no French immigrants on, so just the 3 range attack, 200 HP. It's crazy how the frontiersman upgrade does not actually give range attack bonus or melee attack bonus. These are super weak in combat, and 100 HP Minutemen having to be called to the defense of these USA villagers. Samby's actually sending in 1,000 coin to try and get the
Really?
enough resources to age up to the 4th age. I suppose he can use that 1,000 coin with the 1,000 coin age up to maybe get mercantilism and play behind with that. I think that'd be a good play to kind of drive that momentum in the 4th age. But you'd feel that this whole market FI trade and strategy does not rely on the 1,000 coin because it just saps away all that tempo you generated by transferring those resources across.
Yeah, no, definitely true, but, the mercantilism switch behind this, and then, maybe if he decides to market abuse, could use some of that coin to buy food if he really needs to get the grenadiers out. Does he have a tower forward, or do they spawn at the church? I think they spawn at your military location, right?
Yeah, so it's a technology, so it would be home city shipment. Usually technologies are home city shipment. I think there's a strange one. It's like Cold Pepper Minutemen is a technology for USA or a card, but each town center spawns directly 5 Minutemen at the town center, and that's I can't think of something similar, which I suppose actually stuff like each blockhouse spawning Strat's card, each Torp spawning a minute, a Carolean type card.
Oh,
You don't see too many of those card types. Yeah,
Sammy!
naked,
Sammy!
naked fort crossing the map here from Osteo, but kind of unsure what the plan hit. Oh, he's already aging up himself to the 4th age, and you see how that kind of early raiding has put Samby back and forced some extra cards to age up. Both players get into the 4th age, but Osteo is the type of person to have advanced fortifications in deck. He does have 250 wood stacked up already, and the potential for calling more outpost wagons from the state capital. I'm feeling massive turtle play here from Osteo.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna try and get TCs down because we see he's sending California, and then you turn into auto, and you can just Spam villagers.
It's a silly card
So,
because the actual villager spawn rate from those town centers is faster than I think triple teched Ottoman TCs or maybe double tech.
right.
They do.
And there's no build limit. You don't need the mosque or any of those techs.
You,
So it's
you
just
get a 5k
insane
coin mining
card.
base as well.
That, yeah,
so
not to
no,
mention that.
so no
Not
map
to mention the
control
5k coin
needed.
mine.
Yeah, it's one or the other.
Plus,
I think that mine would. I think that card would be good if it didn't actually have the coin, the 5k
yeah.
coin mine with it, but together and like you think of the was it the synergy with Dutch immigrants, amalgamation from the Hamiltonian economics, and the economy here
It's
from
crazy.
USA is nutty. Ooh, he does see the church though, so he should expect the Grenadiers. And the Grenadiers is a weird unit that not many people fully know how best to counter, but they do take burst damage versus skirms, but with a huge 50% range resist. Skirms don't really feel the play. It kind of is just cavalry. Cavalry and artillery is the way to go to kill these units.
Or Minutemen in this case, because Minutemen, aren't they siege? They can counter siege troopers.
Yeah.
So it's actually kind of like a matchup where the USA really can benefit here. Old Guard is in, the other units are crossing the map. Oh,
CDB is
getting
getting
nailed by
back.
the fort.
Yeah.
It's always funny seeing villagers fly from a fort cannonball. It's like, oh, yikes, should have seen that one.
So Old Guard does come in time before that church getting taken down. So that's all the technologies that Samby needs. He's push it out with 6 veteran cuirassiers. This fort will go down without heavy fortification.
Yeah, the siege from all these Grens. Look at this HP. Oh.
They have a 1.15 multiplier versus buildings, I think, because of the rifle grenade ability that they get auto-teched with. And yeah, goodbye town center. Minutemen trying to get called out, but get denied.
Oh. That fort going down instantly.
This is a timing attack which is quite hard to deal with, but we do see from Osteo's point of view, he does have factory down, but it's on coin. He's sending in heavy cannons. I'm a bit concerned he actually hasn't got much population space or unit stuff doing things, and once the heavy old guards go on top of the heavy cannons, that should be enough to take down the artillery. But he's going to advance, was it mass production now, but might need an artillery foundry itself and go for heavy horse guns and just everybody on the coin mine to try and help out here.
I don't like that he's making cowboys. They're so pop intensive. We only see one cowboy out, and here comes the push from the old guard. Only one goes down. Oh!
Decent damage, but the problem is now with the Grenadiers in and Splash, going to get some vill kills and the heavy cannons going down. And like I say, the Cowboys, they just don't do enough range attack onto Grenadier-style units. I'm just seeing Cowboys flying everywhere, and there's now no real answer to these units in Osteo's base. Please just imagine if we managed to, instead of going California Gold Rush heavy cannons, get heavy fortifications in first and then play behind that and just have all those cards sent one after the other. You have extra defense. Your state capital is the best building in the game. Spawn really cheap outposts here. Well, they're not cheap at the moment, but avoids Ville's building this and just actually curtail French outside the base here. No defense. Factory goes down behind this.
I think honestly what Samby can just start doing, yeah, is just right click because of the high range resistance, and this town center is gonna go down. He's taking down so much infrastructure so quickly. The Dragoons won't be able to kill these old guard quickly enough.
Well, the best feeling in the game surely is like clicking closed up villagers with area of effect units and just seeing the villas go flying.
Oh, absolutely. Boom! There goes the stable and 2 volleys. Oh! He's only killed 1 old guard in that instance, and the villagers go flying!
There's still 20 old guard in this mass behind, and Osteo's trying to get some TCs out, but I hate to break it to Osteo, but I'm not really too sure that this is comebackable. He's lost so much infrastructure behind. It's only 25 villagers on the field of play. Samby has 43 CDBs, double factory, and floating so many resources. I think Samby's
just putting down a second town center as well on the left-hand side.
Yeah, Samby's just waiting for the resign, to be honest. He's like, I'm not training anything. Can you just like
He's
can you just do it for me? Yeah. You just need the right unit at the right time. No heavy cavalry here from Osteo's of Pain, no Kovacs Legion, no Pulaski's Legion in deck either, and to not have any of those cards feels really, really awkward.
Oh, and don't forget these Grenadiers. Look at their hand attack. So when they walk by any of the Dragoons, they're actually going to do a ridiculous amount of melee damage with a splash.
Well,
and, oh, man.
Well, they have a 0.25 multiplier versus cavalry. I find
True, yeah.
These base stats of Grenadiers so hard to understand. Like, why is the melee attack so high for an artillery unit? It just doesn't quite work together. Why is an old guard so much stronger in melee versus a musketeer? But yeah, numbers are a weird thing. Oh, the Gatling gun raid and the CDBs. Goodbye. They all just get murdered. Cowboys will chase out.
Runners of the Wood are running for their lives from those Gatling guns. Goons are gonna chase down, but oof. That was a really nice push, though. I mean, he got so much done with that huge power spike. And he's got a decent eco behind this to follow up. And he's found the TC on the left.
Yeah,
really fortunate escaping that way. The Dragoons are picking up their Carbon and Cavalry as well. Getting ranged cavalry, Caracol, factories on wood. It's going to get those villagers on the mine as well.
I would say H4 Cowboys aren't that bad in terms of raw stats, and I think one of the reasons why they help as well is that you've got, the guard upgrade for the Outlaws is really cheap, and then you have stuff like your in-base gold mine to spam, heavy cannon play with Nox artillery train here from Osteo. It's kind of the idea of the competition behind this. With Samby having full eco map control, that actually spending food and gold onto Dragoons is just more efficient, and Samby's got no troubles massing up a huge amount. Hasn't quite got enough to research Guard Goons. Does so now. Did also get ranged cavalry Caracol and has sitting cav combat behind this. Samby is set with the Dragoon play.
The other thing to note, though, is despite taking down the factory, since Osteo aged up in New Hampshire, he actually can get a factory back from, since he has the other factory shipment.
I suppose that is a truthful statement, isn't it? It does cost still the resources to send that extra factory in, but
you get your factory again. Yeah, you get your factory. That's definitely worth it. Classic Osteo. Oh, classic Osteo. Oh, but the factory's caught. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's gonna go down. The dudes have spotted it. But just go punch it. Go punch. Yeah, he's gonna have to do it quickly.
I've got bad news to the CDBs, but for some reason artillery still works in minimum range, and like they're just gonna be so many dead CDBs as a result. Samby's still only on 1 TC, and the thing is, if you lose too many more CDBs behind this, we've got some Vil raids on the right hand side as well. We've got 4 TC California auto generation villagers. Yeah, you could have an absolute terrible start to this, but just need to hold on for another 3 minutes, and you get back up to 50 vils, 70 vils, then onto the maximum 90 pretty quickly behind this.
Yeah, he can rebuild that bank. I mean, he still has that church and capitalism trickle, so, I mean, despite all the damage and that insane push, and oh my god, is he gonna lose the second factory again?
Yeah, nothing to defend in this. There was Gatling guns, but they're too busy trying to kill villagers, or they were taken down by the Vils in the end. 106 population here for Osteo. Most of them are cowboys, though. That's the problem. We look at Samby. He's also a huge population. And Osteo realizes actually that side's factory might have been a mistake trying to get that ship there. I think it was a mistake because he sent the Gatling guns over here to defend versus the Grenadiers, but that's going to be another factory going down. Also realizing there's no way he's catching up back then. And
I don't know why he didn't plonk it down where his other TCs were. That's a great choke point for Minutemen call with the 10 Minutemen and card, or even just pops. Like, it just felt like, I don't know, it was very odd placement, and he paid for the price for it.
Samby managing to get away with the French FI no units defense, really. Goes for Silk Road, Fur Trade to get out enough coin to get his way to the 4th age and call in all the French Grenadier technologies, the Age 3 tech. Well, I think the Age 2 tech then moves into Age 3 and Age 4. They all scale, and you end up with about 25 old guard, um, strong grenadiers, and that was enough to take down the fort and charge into Osteo's base behind that. And Osteo didn't quite have the right reaction versus the French play. And as builders go from Samby, it's cheesy, but my god, that looks very effective there.
It is.
Quite quite simple to pull off behind that, and strong Age 4 cards to follow us up,
Yeah.
including 10 CDBs behind that. So in terms
I
of
mean, think of the adaptation with like the 25 Bourbon Musketeers, and again, he still has like 4 Colv behind that, and as we see the 12 Skirm shipment coming in to clean up the raid on the side at the end there. Yeah, and I've seen this played out like in conventional games where France has the church card. You don't think of anything of it, and then sometime in mid to late game they pop that out, and all of a sudden
mm,
side tower, these Grens come in and they just start right clicking buildings, and it's a huge momentum swing.
the only problem is when you see a deck like this from your opponent, you just have to open up your drawer of build orders and strategies, and you go, oh, it's this strategy. Like it's very geared to this strategy. Yes, you could kind of get to the third age, and play out there without the church tech, but as soon as you know that there's guard grenadiers coming, you can kind of play your way around that with artillery and heavy cavalry. But that's going to be it for this one. Thank you very much, Mhongpa, for joining me on the casting couch here, and we'll see you guys in the next one.